getting laid off is a gift. Okay, it's a message. My philosophy on this is, look, you've been working all these years. You've been working 20. Some people working 20 years in this, 30 years without a break. This is a sabbatical. Okay, you're getting disconnected from the yoke. Okay, you're coming off of the yoke. You're being allowed to return back to the bond, to re-energize yourself, to take advantage of this time to do something different. So, that thing that you've always been wanting to do all your life but haven't had the opportunity to do it because work always gets in the way, go do that thing now. So the most important thing you want to have or to show for at the end of this, because you don't know how long this is going to be. This could last a year, this could last 2 years, it could last longer. But the most important thing is at the end of it, you want to have something to show for it. So you want to have, we got some food coming here.
Sorry?
We'll take a pause here for a second. This could be a long-term thing. Don't look at it as being a short-term thing. This could be long and deep. But the important thing is to have something to show for it at the end. So go back to school, finish your education, get your master's degree, finish your bachelor's, get your doctorate, do something. To take that hobby that you've always wanted to do, go do it. But have something to show for it in the end. You don't want to let a year or 2 years go by and not have accomplished something major. It's an absolute gift. A layoff is a gift. You got to look at it as a gift. Take advantage of it. Have something to show for it. Go after and go accomplish and do that thing. Reinvent yourself for the next phase of your life.
That is fantastic.
That is a very optimistic way to
I'm
look
an
at it.
optimist, yes. You have to look at it that way. You can't spend 8 hours a day, 12 hours a day, looking for a needle in a haystack when the needle is not in the haystack.
Yeah, it is not there. It is not just there.
Don't kill yourself trying to look for a job when it's not there. Because the message is, go do something else right now. And it'll come around, and if you have faith, it will take care of itself, and you'll be in a much better position because you did take advantage of this downtime to do something else, to reinvent yourself and recharge yourself.
See, one reason I think that Craig and I can afford to do this, and we felt like we needed to do this, is because we have been laid off in the past, and we know how bad it feels.
You've been laid off in the past? I've been laid off in the past too.
So I told you, I'm the king of unexpected unemployment.
So the thing is that once that happens to you, you can stay home and moan and bitch and moan and complain about the world, or you can go out and do what needs to be done.
My advice, as I say all over the site, starts out with stay calm and realize that even if you've been in a job for 20 years, your job is not your identity. You're still the same person, just the job's gone. It's one thing. And another thing that I say, especially to women, when men get laid off, like myself, they get mad. When women get laid off, they question their ability, they wonder what they did wrong, maybe I didn't do this, maybe I should have worked harder, It's never just like, oh, I got laid off. There's always and we got to find a reason. And I've many friends that are women that got laid off, and they're not satisfied till they've come in their mind, there's a reason for this.
So they have to reconcile it.
Yeah, but there is no reason. You're random. You're just a number that came down from somebody a couple of levels up. It had nothing to do with your performance or anything. So that's the first thing, is to just say, it stinks that you're just a number, but that's what it was. It wasn't how much money you made or whatever. And I tell people to just be calm about it, you know. And if you look at the site, we get into other stuff. Like, first thing is, I think I called it the hierarchy of the unemployed. It's like my equivalent of the class culture, where you've got upper class, lower class, middle class, and where you fall depends on your assets. So, for example, you know, if you're unemployed, if you were laid off for the first time, you might have a savings account, you might have all kinds of money you could take from different sources.
You are a trust fund kid.
Or you're a trust fund, whatever, yeah. You have money you can get. And you can survive on that for a long time. Then if you're laid off a second time, you're middle class now. You have many less resources to draw on, but you still, you know, we still recommend you draw from here, you draw from there. Then if it happens a third time, or you've been off for an extended period of time, then you have to really evaluate your options. And there are some things you were told that you're never supposed to do that you now have to do. For example, taking money out of your 401k. You pay a big penalty.
50% goes to the government.
It's a big, I don't know if it's 50%.
By the time you add in all the federal taxes, the state taxes, and the 10% penalty, it almost adds up to half your money goes away when you round it up.
But half your money is better than having no money. If you're going to lose your house, you know, you need the money. So there's no reason to cry over it. You just do it.
Right.
It's only money. You got to survive.
Right.
And, you know, I also get into what I call clean sources of money and dirty sources of money, which is dirty by society. In other words, if you were lucky enough to put aside a college fund for your kid, now you're unemployed, you have no money, you have no choice. Either you borrow from the kid's college fund, you know, or you lose your house or whatever. And I say that the kid is much better off taking out loans when he's in school than seeing a psychiatrist because he had to live in your car.